and Mayor Bill of Valencia and Santa Clarita. My name is Lisa Marie. I recently purchased a brand new QX80 2026 over $100,000 vehicle. I am in so much stress and duress over the fact that I am now on my second QX80 that has been shutting down. My first brand new 2023 shut down 17 times in 2 years. I'm so grateful to Infiniti Service, Daniel, who's the service manager, who his heart bled out knowing what was happening for me with my QX80. I live in Idaho. I have to travel in California all the time. So when my vehicle shuts down, it's so dangerous. I'm actually going to be reaching the National Safety Board about the QX80s because you're left on the side of the road, your battery doesn't start, or it doesn't read your fob. So due to all the issues that I had with my 2023 QX80, I really tried to purchase a vehicle, a new one, from Infiniti of Valencia because I wanted to continue working with Daniel, the service manager. The sales manager, Ray, who I know had never wanted to follow up with me to sell me another QX80. So I then found out that the reason why they didn't want to buy my other trade-in, my other QX80, is because I was having so many problems with it. So in reality, I'm having problems that I'm not causing with a vehicle that I bought brand new that started having problems 3 months after I had it, and I was being left with a vehicle and stranded all the time. So on September 29th, I was having more problems with my QX80. A salesman by the name of Darius, as I was looking at other vehicles because I was realizing that I'm going to have to go into extreme debt to be able to bury out of this vehicle that I couldn't rely on, my 2023. I've been working with Consumer Affairs and no one would buy it back. Consumer Affairs wouldn't buy it back. So Darius approached me and said, "Do you want to buy a vehicle?" And I said, "Well, I already know that they don't want to sell a vehicle to me because they don't want to trade mine in." And he said, "Oh no, we're going to change that." And he was my big angel. He actually did everything he could to get me into a new vehicle so that I could feel safe. And on September 29th or the 30th, I forgot what day it is, I purchased the brand new 2026 QX80. I'm here to tell you, both mayors, that over the last 3 weeks, I was in Idaho for 2 weeks. Over the last 3 weeks, my brand new 2026 QX80 shut down 7 times. And last night, I'll be sending all the documentation, and last night it had to get towed from Los Angeles because I'm being told by Consumer Affairs, and also Infiniti of Valencia, that when it shuts down now, that I have to tow it. When I got here last night, I'm losing so much work over this. I'm having health issues over this, extreme panic attacks, because as I'm driving my vehicle, I never know when it's going to shut down. I'm loaded with all my animals. As you can see, these are actually, I'm a movie producer and I travel in my vehicle because you can't rely on airplanes any longer. When my vehicle was towed here last night, I was set to sleep in it because we needed to have it serviced this morning. And I'm sorry for my emotion, but this is just very distressful to me. And I've been going through this now for 3 weeks. And I know that this dealership could do far more than what they're doing. I know that I have to go through a certain system with Consumer Affairs, but when I showed up last night, I was prepared to sleep in the parking lot, in my vehicle, so I could be here. right at 7 in the morning so they can try to start figuring out what's wrong with this. And one of the sales managers, Ray, came out as it's raining, and he's asking, what can I do to help you, when they just saw my whole vehicle being towed here. Knowing that I've broken down 7 times, this is the 7th time in the last 3 weeks. I paid $2,200 for this vehicle, and I have a 7-year loan. Ray came up to the window and said, what can I do for you? And I said, Ray, I said, I just got towed here. You saw the tow truck. And I said, I'm just going to have to sleep in it right now until I can get to service in the morning because it's unsafe. And he said, well, you can't sleep with it in this vehicle on the property. And I said, where am I going to go? Do you want to pay for a hotel room? Yes, I can pay for a hotel room, but I'm asking, can you pay for a hotel room for me? What Ray, the service manager, had told me is he said, why would we pay for a hotel room for you? We have thousands of customers, and I want it known that I have been asking since the day the vehicle shut down, the first time, which was October the 29th. I've been asking for Ron, the general manager and part owner, to please call me to know that even if this vehicle shut down one time, mayors, this company is so unethical. They lack integrity. I heard the general manager, Ron, say to Darius that if he talks to me again, that he would be fired. I'm sorry to make this video so long, but I have to get this story out. Every business I'm going to reach in Valencia, every business I'm going to reach in Santa Clarita, I'm reaching Better Business Bureau today. I want to speak in front of all of your city council, the Chamber of Commerce, their Chamber of Commerce members. How can you be a Chamber of Commerce member and have a story like mine with full paper trail? I have text messages with the sales manager. So I'm too much of a problem customer because my over $100,000 vehicle is shutting down. I just made my first payment on a vehicle that I can't even trust to be able to drive. And I want you to know, mayors, that I've literally been stranded in very bad areas where my vehicle doesn't start. I've been on the 101 on the side where my vehicle shut down. Thank you for listening.